A very warm morning to all of you. It's a beautiful Tuesday morning and a special morning as well. The nation is celebrating the 67th Republic Day, and we are back once again with a fresh edition of Breakfast Show. I'm Preeti. With me is Shreya, and also as the nation is celebrating the 67th Republic Day, the Rajpath is all decked to host the 67th Republic Day Parade. And here at Doordarshan, we will get to the extravaganza live, which will, I'm sure, instill a sense of pride.
Absolutely.
The Republic Day Parade is marked by firsts of many kinds. We'll have a French contingent, army contingent, which will be accompanied with a band of musicians, and they will give a ceremonial salute to the president. Added to that, after 26 years, we will have a dog squad from the army as well, marching at the Rajpath.
Absolutely, Preeti, yes. And in a first of its kind, remember, a first women contingent, first of its kind, will be performing stunts at the end of the parade. That will be interesting to watch. And in the next 1 hour, we will get you the Republic Day preparations from across the country. We'll also get you the business and sports updates from today. But first, let's take a look at the headlines that we are tracking at this hour.
The nation is all set to celebrate its 67th Republic Day this morning. A spectacular show of India's military mind, technological achievements, unity in diversity and youthfulness will be held on Rajpath in New Delhi. Various state capitals too will have their own celebrations.
French President François Hollande to be the chief guest at the Republic Day celebrations this time. In a historic first, a French military contingent too will march down the Rajpath, highlighting India's rising stature in the global arena.
President Pranab Mukherjee says India today is a rising power and fast emerging as a global leader in science, technology, innovation and startups. Terms the menace of terror spreading across the world as cancer, advocates dialogue to resolve outstanding issues with neighbours.
1 Ashok Chakra, 2 Kirti Chakras and 8 Shaurya Chakras announced for the gallant personnel of the Indian Army on the eve of the Republic Day. Lance Naik Mohan Nath Goswami of 9 Para Special Force honoured with Ashok Chakra, the highest gallantry award during peacetime, posthumously.
Government announces Padma Awards, Padma Vibhushan to actor Rajnikant and Sri Sri Ravi Shankar among 10 people. Padma Bhushan to 19 persons, including former CAG Vinod Rai, Anupam Kher, Sania Mirza and Saina Nehwal. Padma Shri to 83 persons.
India and France signed 14 key agreements in the fields of trade, health, defence, space and culture. Ink Intergovernmental Pact for purchase of 36 Rafale fighter aircrafts. As a step towards boosting solar energy in the country, Prime Minister Modi and French President François Hollande jointly inaugurate the interim secretariat of the International Solar Alliance in Gurgaon.
At least 32 people killed and dozens wounded in a suicide bomb attack in central Western African country of Cameroon. This is the second bombing incident to hit Cameroon this month. 2 weeks ago, a suicide bomber killed 12 people in an attack on a mosque.
And in sports, the 3-match T20 series between India and Australia begins in Adelaide today with a 4-1 drubbing in the concluded ODI series. India all pumped up to prove a point in this format of the game.
Sania Hingis meet the pair of Gronfeld and Van der Weg in the women's doubles quarter-final of the Australian Open. Hingis also pairs with another Indian, Leander Paes, in the mixed doubles of the tournament this morning. And here's wishing you all a happy Republic Day. We'll start the bulletin with news on Republic Day celebrations. The nation is celebrating its 67th Republic Day today in Delhi. The main function will be held at Rajpath, where President Pranab Mukherjee will take salute of the parade. Nation's military prowess and achievements in different fields, state-of-the-art defence platforms, its diverse cultural and social traditions, and the government's emphasis on self-reliance and indigenization will be showcased. Ahead of the Republic Day, security across the country has been tightened. Security agencies are on a high alert, leaving no stone unturned. French President François Hollande, who is on a 3-day India visit, is the chief guest of this year's Republic Day celebration at Rajpath. Fifth time a French president is the chief guest.
The nation is preparing to celebrate 67th Republic Day, but the shadow of terror threats looms large. The danger is clear and present. Security agencies have left no stone unturned to maintain foolproof vigil across the country. The majestic Republic Day parade will take place on Tuesday at Rajpath in Delhi. Along with the might of Indian Defence Forces, glimpses of Indian cultural diversity will also be on display. French President is the chief guest this Republic Day, and bearing terror threats in mind, Delhi has been transformed into a fortress. Around 50,000 security personnel will be guarding the capital. Around 15,000 security cameras have been installed to keep a close vigil at important locations. NSG shooters will be stationed on top of high-rises within 2-kilometer radius of Rajpath to deal with any eventuality. The stretch from Vijay Chowk to Rajpath is closed for traffic till the parade concludes. Several other roads will see traffic restrictions as well. The airscape over the parade route has been declared a no-fly zone. Although the services of Delhi Metro will be available throughout the day, the entrance and exit at Patel Chowk and Racecourse will be closed from 8:45 a.m. to 12:30 p.m. Also, Central Secretariat and Udyog Bhavan stations will be shut from morning 6 a.m. to 12 noon. Metro premises will also have high security. In view of Republic Day celebration, security has been tightened in and around Mumbai. Security cover has been increased at historical buildings, government and non-government offices, shopping malls, metro stations and airports. Security checks at entry and exit points of the city are in place. Security arrangements have been tightened in J&K on the eve of Republic Day. The security personnel have been posted to check any attempts by terrorists to disrupt the celebrations. Barricades have been placed at various spots to screen vehicles entering Srinagar. Security arrangements at the venue of the celebrations, Bakshi Stadium, are particularly strict. In Jammu, police officers in plainclothes will keep an eye on the movement of suspicious individuals. The Northeast too is witnessing heightened levels of alert. Security forces are fully prepared to deal with any untoward incident in Manipur's capital, Imphal. Rajasthan, West Bengal, Gujarat, Punjab and other states are also under high security cover. In view of the recent Pathankot attacks and the arrest of a dozen terrorists, unprecedented security is being maintained across the country. Republic Day is the most important day for the country. It is a big challenge for the security agencies to ensure that the celebrations are concluded without any untoward incident. DD News.
And well, the highlights of this year's parade will be, for the first time in the history of Republic Day parade, a 76-member French army contingent led by a French military band consisting of 48 musicians will march on Rajpath and present the ceremonial salute to the president. Now, the French army contingent will be led by Lieutenant Colonel Paul Bury. This is the first occasion when foreign troops are participating in the march past during Republic Day celebrations. Earlier, Indian troops had participated in the Bastille Day celebrations in France in 2009.
And this time, Doordarshan has made special arrangements and strategies for the successful coverage of the Republic Day parade. In order to mark the broadcast really good, 27 HD cameras have been installed at India Gate, Rajpath and Rashtrapati Bhavan. Last year, 24 cameras were used for the coverage. This time, cameras have also been installed at 2 hydraulic cranes. Due to 80 feet height of these cranes, we will be getting a grand view of Rajpath, full of grandeur and splendor. On the other side, DD News will be broadcasting the program in sign language so that people who have hearing disabilities may also feel the grandeur and understand the importance of the celebration. Information and Broadcasting Ministry has requested all private channels to broadcast the signals of DD News. It will also broadcast some special programs on occasion of Republic Day celebration. Prasar Bharati will launch a 24/7 channel Ragam, which would be exclusively devoted to classical music this Republic Day. The channel will be launched by Prasar Bharati Chairman Dr. A. Surya Prakash and will be live streamed through DTH and AIR website. The channel will also offer classical music lovers in India and overseas a blend of Hindustani and Carnatic classical music with contributions from all prominent regional stations.
Remember, Doordarshan is the only channel that gets you the Republic Day celebrations in sign language. Don't forget to catch that parade. Now, the Red Fort premises is set to witness the Bharat Parv festival from today as part of the Republic Day celebrations. Now, the fest organized is set to showcase the cuisine and culture of different states of India. The Bharat Parv festival will be held from January 26th to 29th. The highlights of the event include performances by the armed forces bands, along with cultural performances from different regions of the country. Along with the display of a Republic Day parade tableau, the event will feature a food festival and a crafts mela. Now, the festival will be open to the public from 5 p.m. to 9 p.m. on the 26th of January and from 12 noon to 9 p.m. on the 27th, 28th and 29th January.
भारतीय शास्त्रीय संगीत को समर्पित आकाशवाणी का नया बेहतरीन चैनल रागम 24 घंटे उपलब्ध डीटीएच प्लेटफॉर्म्स और लाइव स्ट्रीमिंग के जरिए इंटरनेट और आपके मोबाइल ऐप पर भी।
So that will be a channel which will be launched today, Ragam, which Doordarshan brings you all the cultural festivities and the classical music special channel there. Now, to mark the date on which the Constitution of India came into force, Google has come up with a beautiful Google Doodle to mark the Republic Day. Now, this time Google has come with a colorful doodle of the men on top of elaborately decorated camels. The Google Doodle depicts the group of guards paralleling the India-Pakistan border in the massive Thar Desert, marking the 67th Republic Day of India. Now, the BSF is the only force in the country to camels for both operational and ceremonial duties. Twitter India too has come out with a special emoji to mark Republic Day.
And Prime Minister Modi has wished the country on the occasion of Republic Day. In a tweet, he said, "Republic Day greetings to all my fellow Indians. Jai Hind." Prime Minister also paid tributes to all great personalities who framed the Constitution of India. He has also saluted Dr. Ambedkar for his efforts as chairman of the drafting committee. It was on 26th of January 1950 that Constitution of India came into effect, though it was adopted on 26th of November 1949.
Meanwhile, two Al-Qaeda operatives believed to be members of its sleeper cell and motivating youth to join the terror group were arrested from Jamshedpur on Monday on the eve of Republic Day. Now, security forces have gunned down a terrorist in Anantnag area of Jammu and Kashmir this morning. The encounter took place in Kokranag village at around 3:30 a.m. Security forces have been on extra alert throughout the country in view of the increased threat during Republic Day celebrations.
Our correspondents are joining us to get a sense of how the Republic Day celebrations will be organized. From Guwahati, Doina is joining us. From Lucknow, Vikas is joining us. And from Chennai, Philip Matthews is there. And from Srinagar, Asim is there. Doina is joining us from Guwahati. Vikas is joining us from Lucknow. Philip Matthews is the next reporter to join us from Chennai. And Asim Mishra is joining us from Srinagar. Yes, Doina, I will first come to you. We've told our viewers that the Grand Republic Day Parade will be held in the national capital, but you're there in Guwahati. Tell us about the celebrations in Guwahati first.
Well, right now I'm in the central function where Chief Minister of Assam will hoist the flag at 9 in the morning. And despite boycott calls from various militant outfits, people are pouring in large numbers to celebrate this occasion. And securities have been tied up, various programs are being lined up, such as parade is there, then you say the folk dances and music and bike stands and other various programs are being lined up for today. And you have seen frisking has been made, the CCTV cameras being installed in various locations in and around the venue so that no untoward incident can take place. And you have seen like people are like not lagging behind in celebrating. Some people of Assam are not lagging behind in celebrating this 67 Republic Day. Pretty.
All right, Doina, thanks very much.
That was Doina joining us from Guwahati. And now we'll go across to Vikas, who is joining us from Lucknow. Vikas, Doina was telling us about the celebrations which are planned in Guwahati. You're there in Lucknow. Please take us through the celebrations. Tell us how is the day to pan out there in Lucknow.
जी बिल्कुल, काफ़ी उत्साह और जोश के साथ लखनऊ में गणतंत्र दिवस की तैयारियां जोरों शोरों पे हैं। हम खड़े हैं विधानसभा पे, जहां पे राज्यपाल राम नाईक जी 10 बजे मुख्य समारोह की सलामी लेंगे। हम आपको पीछे अपने दिखाना चाहते हैं किस तरीके से तैयारियां पूरी मुकम्मल कर ली गई हैं। यहाँ पे सुरक्षा व्यवस्था के भी व्यापक इंतजाम किए गए हैं। यहीं पे मुख्य परेड निकाली जाएगी, जिसमें प्रदेश के राज्यपाल राम नाईक जी सलामी लेंगे, साथ ही गणमान्य लोग मौजूद होंगे। आप देख सकते हैं किस तरीके से पूरे रास्ते को हाई सिक्योरिटी जोन बना दिया गया है। यहाँ पे आसपास सुरक्षा के काफ़ी ज़्यादा व्यापक इंतजाम किए गए हैं। सीसी कैमरों से नज़र भी रखी जा रही है। लोगों के आने की यहाँ पे लगातार सिलसिला जारी है। लोगों में काफ़ी उत्साह है अपने गणतंत्र दिवस को लेकर। यहाँ पे काफ़ी रंगारंग कार्यक्रम पेश किए जाएंगे। भारतीय सेना के जवानों द्वारा परेड निकाली जाएगी और इसको देखने के लिए काफ़ी ज़्यादा छोटे छोटे बच्चे, युवा और सभी लोग परिवार सहित यहाँ पे आ रहे हैं। धीरे धीरे लोगों का जमावड़ा बढ़ता जा रहा है। क्यों ना हो, अनेकता में एकता का रंग हमारा लोकतंत्र ही है, जो समेटे हुए सैकड़ों भाषाएं, सैकड़ों बोलियों और सैकड़ों धर्मों के साथ हमारा गणतंत्र ही है, जो हम सबको एक बनाए हुए है। यकीनन लखनऊ वासी इस बात को बखूबी जानते हैं और खासतौर से युवाओं में भी काफ़ी ज़्यादा जोश है। यही युवा है जो देश को आगे बढ़ के ले जाएंगे और खास तौर से इस गणतंत्र को लेकर युवाओं में काफी ज्यादा जोश दिख रहा है और यहाँ पे काफी संख्या में युवा धीरे धीरे एकत्रित हो रहे हैं।
All right, Vikas, thanks for giving us those details. And so grand preparations in Lucknow for the Republic Day. We go across to our correspondent Philip Matthew, who is joining us from Chennai. Good morning, Philip. Now a proud day today for India, you know, the day when India became a complete independent republic. Get us the celebrations and the preparations of the Republic Day from Chennai.
Well, you know, as some of our colleagues have just mentioned, this is an important day for our republic, and without a doubt, celebrations in Chennai are also in keeping with that mood. In fact, there is an official function being held a short distance away from here, where the governor, the chief minister, all the entire cabinet, as well as you know, contingents of the Army, Navy, Air Force, as well as school children and others will be taking part. That, of course, is the main event, where awards will be given out, gallantry awards as well as awards for communal harmony. So that is the official function. But we've chosen to come to a place a little further away from there. We are at a school right now in Adyar, in the coastal part of Chennai, where, as you can see, students have gathered here in large numbers to celebrate Republic Day. All of them very eagerly awaiting the flag hoisting. Most of them have little flags pinned on themselves. All of them waiting for the function to start, which should start in a short while from now. So these children, the highlight is that these are children from some of the most deprived backgrounds, and who have now gathered here to, you know, partake of you know, the celebrations on Republic Day, and to feel that they are part of this new republic, which is fast emerging as one of the fastest growing economies in the world. So clearly the idea is to ensure that the celebrations are as inclusive and as encompassing as possible.
All right, so celebrations indeed will be all inclusive and all encompassing. Thanks, Philip Matthew, for joining us with the preparations and the celebrations that will be held in Chennai on the occasion of Republic Day.
All right, the states, they're all geared up
Absolutely.
for the Republic Day celebrations. Up next, we're heading for a short commercial break. Stay with us, keep watching Breakfast Show. We'll be back in a short while.
आइसक्रीम खाएगी?
आइसक्रीम? ये है डबल आनंद। पहला आनंद पॉलिसी टर्म के अंत पर मैच्योरिटी क्लेम का पूरा भुगतान, और दूसरा आपके अपनों के लिए लाइफ कवर की पूरी रकम बिना किसी प्रीमियम के। LIC न्यू जीवन आनंद, आनंद ही आनंद।
पंजाब नेशनल बैंक की ओर से आप सबको गणतंत्र दिवस की हार्दिक शुभकामनाएं।
ऐसा ट्रैक्टर लेने की सोच रहा हूँ चाचा, जो हो किफायती, भरोसेमंद और दमदार।
अरे तो इसमें सोचने की क्या बात है, जॉन डियर ट्रैक्टर ले लो, बेस्ट डिसीजन होगा।
जॉन डियर? अरे रघु भैया, ये जॉन डियर ट्रैक्टर।
जॉन डियर पार्ट्स बदलने की जरूरत ही नहीं पड़ती और आसानी से मिल भी जाते हैं। बेस्ट डिसीजन।
जॉन डियर पे लोन तुरंत मिल जाएगा। अरे भाई, ये ट्रैक्टर तो कमाई की फैक्ट्री है, एकदम बेस्ट डिसीजन होगा।
जॉन डियर परिवार में आपका स्वागत। बेस्ट डिसीजन।
काका, मैं एक ट्रैक्टर लेने की सोच रहा हूँ।
इसमें सोचना क्या है, जॉन डियर बेस्ट डिसीजन होगा।
जॉन डियर ट्रैक्टर, आपकी जिंदगी का बेस्ट डिसीजन।
ये है मास्टर राजू, पढ़ाई लिखाई में कमजोर और खेल कूद के मैदान में पीछे। राजू की कमजोरी की वजह है उसका भोजन। राजू की माँ खाने में इस्तेमाल करती है साधारण नमक। डॉक्टर बताते हैं कि आयोडीन की कमी से बच्चे के शारीरिक और मानसिक विकास में बाधा पहुंचती है। इसलिए आज ही अपनाएं शक्ति और बुद्धि का रक्षक आयोडीन नमक। एक व्यक्ति के लिए आयोडीन नमक का मासिक खर्च 1 कप चाय की कीमत से भी कम बैठता है।
सवारी जिंदगी चुटकी भर नमक, आयोडीन नमक।
एक इम्पोर्टेंट मैसेज, सेट टॉप बॉक्स लगवाने की आखिरी तारीख निकल चुकी है। तो अब क्रिकेट कभी भी बंद हो सकता है।
अब ये भी बता दे सेट टॉप बॉक्स कौन सा लगाना है?
सिंपल है, सेट टॉप बॉक्स मतलब डिश टीवी, क्योंकि डिश टीवी ही 10 करोड़ लोगों की पसंद है। डिश टीवी के साथ अपना मनोरंजन खुद चुनिए। पैक सिर्फ 99 रुपए से शुरू। सेट टॉप बॉक्स मतलब डिश टीवी।
पंजाब नेशनल बैंक की ओर से आप सबको गणतंत्र दिवस की हार्दिक शुभकामनाएं।
Welcome back. You're watching The Breakfast Show.
Yes, President Pranab Mukherjee has addressed the nation on the occasion of the 67th Republic Day. He has termed the menace of terror spreading across the world as cancer. The president advocated dialogue to resolve outstanding issues with neighbors, but he said that terror and talks cannot go together.
When President Pranab Mukherjee addressed the nation on the eve of the 67th Republic Day, he spoke his mind on a wide range of national and international issues. The president expressed grave concern over terror spreading to different parts of the globe. He also advocated dialogue to resolve outstanding issues with neighbors. But the commander-in-chief also made it clear that talks and terror cannot go together.
There is a civilized way to bridge disagreement. Dialogue ideally should be a continual engagement, but we cannot discuss peace under a shower of bullets.
President Mukherjee referred to terror as cancer and reiterated India's long-held stand that it cannot be differentiated between good and bad.
Terrorism is inspired by insane objectives, motivated by bottomless depths of hatred, instigated by puppeteers who have invested heavily in havoc through the mass murder of innocents. There is no good or bad terrorism. It is pure evil.
The president warned that if the world fails to combat terror effectively, it will move towards an age of chaos. He referred to the global economic downturn, saying despite 2015 being a year of challenges, India has become the fastest growing large economy in the world. In his Republic Day Eve address, the president also said that India is fast emerging as a global leader in various fields whose economic success is the envy of the world. He referred to Pradhan Mantri Jan Dhan Yojana, Sansad Adarsh Gram Yojana, Digital India, Pradhan Mantri Fasal Bima Yojana and Manrega as government schemes which have helped empower people. He underscored action at various levels for tackling climate change where pollution has reached alarming levels. President Mukherjee also said that complaint, demand and rebellion are also virtues of democracy, but achievements of our democracy should also be applauded. He stressed on the need to guard ourselves against violent and divisive forces.
When grim instances of violence hit at these established values, which are at the core of our nationhood, it is time to take note. We must guard ourselves against the forces of violence, intolerance and unreason.
The president not only praised India's democracy, constitution and its armed forces in his Republic Day Eve address, but also brought out the journey of India's economic progress. He also stressed on the need to foster an ecosystem to enable the fourth industrial revolution and better education as well as respect for women. He concluded his address with these words from Rabindranath Tagore.
Move ahead, the roll of drums, announce your triumphal march. With feet of glory, you shall cut out your own path. Delay not, a new age dawns.
DD News.
And a while back, we had reporters joining us from different parts of the country and telling us about the celebrations of the Republic Day there. Asim is joining us from Jammu and Kashmir to tell us more about the celebrations. Asim, a very important day there, a proud moment for every Indian. You're there in Jammu and Kashmir. Tell us about the celebrations and also tell us about the tight security which is in place to avoid any untoward incident. Asim?
प्रीति, सबसे पहले गणतंत्र दिवस की आप सभी को शुभकामनाएं। और मैं ये बताना चाहूँगा कि यहाँ जम्मू कश्मीर में, खासकर श्रीनगर में जो बख्शी स्टेडियम है, वहाँ पे मुख्य कार्यक्रम का आयोजन किया जा रहा है। लेकिन दर्शकों को हम बताना ये चाहेंगे कि चूंकि जम्मू कश्मीर में दो राजधानियां होती हैं, एक शीतकालीन राजधानी होती है और एक ग्रीष्मकालीन राजधानी होती है। चूंकि अभी ठंड का मौसम है, तो जो मेन जो एग्जीक्यूटिव का जो मेन काम है वो अभी जम्मू शिफ्ट हो गया है। इसलिए जो सारा मुख्य कार्यक्रम होगा वो अब जम्मू के स्टेडियम में होगा, वहां स्थित एक स्टेडियम में। लेकिन श्रीनगर के बख्शी स्टेडियम में भी यहाँ पे कार्यक्रम का आयोजन किया गया है। तमाम लोग वहां पे मौजूद हैं। सुरक्षा को लेकर अगर बात करें प्रीति, तो अभी आज सुबह की ही घटना है। सुबह 3 बजे अनंतनाग के एक जगह में एक आतंकवादी मारा गया है। उसके पास से एक AK-47 राइफल बरामद किया गया है, 3 मैगजीन बरामद किए गए हैं और वो आतंकवादी मारा गया है। तो आप समझ सकते हैं कि ये सिक्योरिटी के लिहाज से काफी अहम है। पूरे श्रीनगर में जितने भी अहम प्रतिष्ठान हैं प्रीति, उन तमाम प्रतिष्ठानों को सील बंद कर दिया गया है। और हम आपको ये भी बताना चाहेंगे कि ये जो दूरदर्शन का जो भवन है जहां मैं इस वक्त खड़ा हूं, वो और जो रेडियो कश्मीर है, ये दोनों ही जगह आतंकवादियों के सबसे हिट लिस्ट में हमेशा से रहे हैं। इसलिए इन दोनों ही जगहों को भारी मात्रा में यहाँ जो सुरक्षा बल वो मौजूद हैं। इसके साथ साथ प्रीति, हम ये भी बताना चाहेंगे कि जो भी एंट्री और एग्जिट पॉइंट्स हैं श्रीनगर आने वाले और जाने वाली तमाम जो सड़कें हैं, उन तमाम सड़कों पर जबरदस्त चेकिंग चल रही है, बैरिकेटिंग लगी हुई है और जो पुलिस वाले हैं वो एक एक गाड़ी की गहनता से तलाशी ले रहे हैं।
Right. Thank you, Asim Mishra, for joining us. That was our correspondent, Asim Mishra, joining us from Srinagar, telling us about the celebrations which are lined up in the Bakshi Stadium in Srinagar and also in Jammu. And he also told us about the tight security arrangements which have been made. He told us that today morning a terrorist was nabbed in Anantnag, and also the elaborate security arrangements which have been put across the state to ensure no untoward incident takes place.
Right, President Pranab Mukherjee has approved the conferment of Padma Awards to 112 people. Now, the list comprises 10 Padma Vibhushan, 19 Padma Bhushan and 83 Padma Shri awardees.
President Pranab Mukherjee has approved the award of 1 Ashok Chakra, 2 Kirti Chakras and 8 Shaurya Chakras to the Indian Army personnel. The Navy gets 4 gallantry awards while the Indian Air Force gets 2. Elite Commando of Army's Special Forces Lance Naik Mohan Nath Goswami has been awarded Ashok Chakra, the country's highest peacetime gallantry honour, for laying down his life while saving his 2 colleagues during an encounter with militants in Kashmir last year. Sepoy Jagdish Chand, who grappled with a terrorist and killed him before being shot down during the Pathankot Air Base attack, will be honoured with the Kirti Chakra posthumously. The award will be given away at next year's Republic Day parade. And here's the list. Subedar Mahendra Singh, Sena Medal, Kirti Chakra. Colonel Santosh Yashwant Mahadik, Sena Medal, Shaurya Chakra posthumously, which will be awarded posthumously. Major Praful Kumar Bhardwaj is being given the Shaurya Chakra. Major Anurag Kumar is being given the Shaurya Chakra. Major Sandeep Yadav is being awarded the Shaurya Chakra. Lieutenant Harjinder Singh has been awarded the Shaurya Chakra. Naik Satish Kumar has been given the Shaurya Chakra posthumously. And Naik Kheem Singh Mehra has been given the Shaurya Chakra. Sepoy Dharmaram is being given the Shaurya Chakra posthumously.
And on to the visit of French President François Hollande. Well, terror was discussed in great detail during talks between Prime Minister Modi and French President Hollande. Now, both the leaders resolved to combat terror jointly, terming it as a major threat to the entire world. Both Prime Minister Modi and President Hollande condemned the recent terror attacks in the world and urged all nations to come together to wipe terrorism from the face of the earth. Now, both leaders asked for decisive action to be taken against Lashkar-e-Taiba, Jaish-e-Mohammed, Hizbul Mujahideen, Haqqani Network and other terror groups such as the Al-Qaeda.
And we'll get you more updates on the French president's visit. A new chapter has been written in the ties between India and France. After top-level talks between Prime Minister Narendra Modi and French President François Hollande on Monday, 14 pacts were signed between India and France that included in the areas of defence, railway, science and technology. The most significant among these was the intergovernmental agreement to buy 36 Rafale combat jets. Barring financial issues that still need to be sorted, all other technicalities have been ironed out.
Now, at least 32 people were killed on Monday in 3 suicide attacks in the far north of Cameroon, a region often targeted by Nigeria's Boko Haram Islamist group. The 3 suicide bombers targeted a local market in Bodo town of Cameroon, which is located near the frontier with Nigeria. It is one of the deadliest attacks to hit the region. Since 2013, nearly 1,200 people have died in Boko Haram attacks in Cameroon's far north.
Let's talk of sports now. Sania Mirza and Martina Hingis, who have been in incredible form over the last 10 months, have continued their dominance in the Australian Open as well. The Indo-Swiss pair, gunning for their maiden Australian Open women's doubles title as a pair, have started their match against 12th seed Anna-Lena Gronfeld and Coco van der Weg in the quarterfinals of the competition. The top seeds have not dropped a single set in the Australian Open so far, and should be able to maintain their impressive record of straight set wins against their opponents if they bring the same game they have been playing of late. Also, Indo-Swiss pair of Leander Paes and Martina Hingis, who are also the defending champions, will face American-Dutch team of Sloane Stephens and Jean-Julien Roger in the second round.
And after tennis, let's look at cricket. The Adelaide Oval will play host to India and Australia as they lock horns for the first 2020 international of the 3-match series. India have been outplayed in the ODI series. The series was surely more competitive than the scoreline suggests, but India's inability to close games from a position of command may haunt them even more in the shorter format. Now, Australia will seek to dismiss their defeat at Sydney in the 5th ODI as a minor blip by making a winning start to the T20 campaign.
So those were the sports updates. We're heading for a short commercial break, and after that, Venkat will join us to get us all that what has been making it to the headlines of the world of business. Stay with us.
ऐसा ट्रैक्टर लेने की सोच रहा हूँ चाचा, जो हो किफायती, भरोसेमंद और दमदार।
अरे तो इसमें सोचने की क्या बात है? जॉन डियर ट्रैक्टर ले लो, बेस्ट डिसीजन होगा।
जॉन डियर? अरे रघु भैया, ये जॉन डियर ट्रैक्टर।
जॉन डियर पार्ट्स बदलने की जरूरत ही नहीं पड़ती और आसानी से मिल भी जाते हैं। बेस्ट डिसीजन।
जॉन डियर पे लोन तुरंत मिल जाएगा। अरे भाई, ये ट्रैक्टर तो कमाई की फैक्ट्री है, एकदम बेस्ट डिसीजन होगा।
जॉन डियर परिवार में आपका स्वागत। बेस्ट डिसीजन।
काका, मैं एक ट्रैक्टर लेने की सोच रहा हूँ।
इसमें सोचना क्या है? जॉन डियर बेस्ट डिसीजन होगा।
जॉन डियर ट्रैक्टर, आपकी जिंदगी का बेस्ट डिसीजन।
पंजाब नेशनल बैंक की ओर से आप सबको गणतंत्र दिवस की हार्दिक शुभकामनाएं।
बजाज प्लैटिना की माइलेज कितनी है ये हम नहीं बताएंगे, ये जिन रास्तों पर चलती है वो रास्ते बताएंगे। ये 50 लाख प्लैटिना चलाने वाले बताएंगे, जो हर रास्ते पर दे सबसे ज्यादा माइलेज। वही है दुनिया का असली माइलेज चैंपियन।
पेट्रोलियम पदार्थ सीमित हैं और जल्द ही खत्म हो जाने वाले हैं, इसीलिए इन दुर्लभ पदार्थ को बचाना ज़रूरी है। एलपीजी बचाने के लिए प्रेशर कुकर का इस्तेमाल करें। पीसीआरए द्वारा बताए गए साधारण टिप्स अपनाइए। आइए दोस्तों, हम ईंधन बचाएं और देश की प्रगति में हाथ बटाएं।
पीसीआरए का एंड्रॉइड ऐप डाउनलोड करें और एलपीजी बचत के उपाय जानें। पेट्रोलियम संरक्षण अनुसंधान संघ, भारत सरकार द्वारा जनहित में जारी।
चलो सीखें एक नया हुनर और चलें काम पर स्किल इंडिया के साथ, जिसकी पहल हो चुकी है प्रधानमंत्री कौशल विकास योजना से। कौशल भारत, कुशल भारत।
पंजाब नेशनल बैंक की ओर से आप सबको गणतंत्र दिवस की हार्दिक शुभकामनाएं।
Welcome back. You're watching The Breakfast Show.
Yes, up next, Venkat is joining us with Finance World to tell us what all has hit it to the headlines in the world of business. Venkat, it's over to you.
Thank you, Preeti and Shreya. Good morning, everyone. Let us have a look at the top lines in the finance world first. President Pranab Mukherjee, during his Republic Day address to the nation, says and expresses confidence about Indian economic growth to be around 7.3%.
This year, with an estimated growth rate of 7.3%, India is poised to become the fastest growing large economy. Contraction in global oil prices has helped maintain external sector stability and control domestic prices. Despite occasional setbacks, industrial performance this year has been strong.
Targeting to add 10 crore new LPG connections in the next 3 years, Petroleum Minister Dharmendra Pradhan says oil marketing companies are thinking of selling new cooking gas connections which cost about 3,400 rupees on an EMI basis, just like for other consumer durables. According to a report by industry body ASSOCHAM, insurance sector is likely to attract FDI of over 12,000 crore rupees in 2016 as more than a dozen foreign companies plan to raise their stake in private sector insurance joint venture this year. E-filing of returns witnessed a jump of 27.22% in the 9 months up to December from the current fiscal. A total of 3.09 crore returns were electronically filed during April to December period, as against 2.43 crores in the comparable period last year. Well, those are the top lines. Now, let us move and look how exactly the global markets are performing. To begin with the Asian markets, on a mixed or rather a flat note, we can say all the global markets. Asian markets, Nikkei is down by 334 points. However, Straits Times, Hang Seng, Shanghai Composite are showing some sort of positive trends there. SGX Nifty is showing some sort of a negative trend there, down by almost 56 points. To move on to the US markets have finished on a negative note, we can say. Dow Jones was down by almost 208 points. S&P 500 down by 30 points and Nasdaq Composite down by 73 points. The slowdown in Chinese economy and also the crude oil prices fluctuation impacting the US markets there. European markets too have a similar story, but slightly on a flat note, we can say. FTSE 100 down by 23 points. German DAX down by almost 29 points there. And moving on to the Indian markets had a different story. BSE Sensex up by almost 50 points, and National Stock Exchange Nifty is up by almost 14 points. Pretty much on a flat note, we can actually say that. And moving on to the currency market, the rupee story against the dollar. It's around stabilizing around 67.83 levels, down by almost 0.20 levels there. And the rupee story against euro is also slightly on a similar note. If we look at that, rupee story against euro is down by almost 0.04 levels to end at 73.52 on a negative note, but we can say still it is at a pretty much stabilizing at a flat levels. And then the rupee story against yen, it's down by almost 0.0011 levels to close around 0.5728. Rupee strength is still continuing against the Asian Japanese currency yen. And moving on to the commodity market updates, to begin with the Brent crude, it's down by almost $1.68 per barrel to close around 30.50 in the international markets Brent crude. This is reflecting across the global markets, especially the energy stocks which are dragging the markets down. And gold is up by almost 212 rupees per 10 grams to close around 26,372. Some sort of positive signs we could see in the trading of the gold there. And silver is up by almost 403 rupees to close around 34,680 rupees. So those are the updates from the finance world. Once again, back to Preeti and Shreya.
All right, Venkat, thanks for those updates from the world of business. What is next is our segment Morning Print. We will be reviewing the newspapers published from the national capital. Preeti.
Yes, sure. First, we'll pick up the Hindustan Times. The Hindustan Times is leading with the French President Francois Hollande's visit to India. France-India Inc. Rafale deal pricing unresolved. However, it's a catching picture of French President and the Indian Prime Minister in Delhi Metro, and where they inaugurated the interim secretariat of the International Solar Alliance on Monday, and after that they took a ride in metro to Gurgaon. And also the paper highlights how Paris has backed Delhi against LET and Jaish.
That's right. And if we move to the Hindu,
Before that, the same paper talks of how Kejriwal's new odd-even idea means the scheme could return on the 14th of February. However, the paper has put forth key questions and has asked the viewers to chip in with their responses. The odd-even formula may be back as early as February 14, but only if Delhiites vote for it.
All right, and now if we move to the Hindu, there's unfortunate news coming from Ghaziabad. A 16-year-old swimming champion's life ended. She, in fact, cut it short abruptly when she allegedly committed suicide at her residence. While the reason behind her death remains unclear, the victim, which is Saira, her father claims that she was not being able to attend school for several days as she could not pay her transport fee of 45,000 rupees.
Yes. So with that, we end this press review, the morning print here. Up next, we'll take a look at what all is to be happening through the day. Up next are the events which are to take place later during the day today.
Nation celebrates 67th Republic Day today. The majestic Republic Day parade will take place at Rajpath in Delhi. President Pranab Mukherjee will unfurl the tricolour to mark the occasion. This year, French President François Hollande is the chief guest to witness the parade celebrations at Rajpath. Bharat Parv celebrations to begin at Red Fort. This is a festival showcasing cuisine and culture of different states of India, organized by Government of India as part of the Republic Day celebrations. Secretary, Ministry of Tourism Vinod Zutshi will inaugurate the event. The festival will be open to the public from 5 p.m. to 9 p.m. on 26th January and from 12 noon to 9 p.m. on 27th, 28th and 29th of January. A 24/7 news channel, Ragam, which would be exclusively devoted to classical music, is scheduled to be launched. The channel will be launched by Prasar Bharati Chairman Dr. A. Surya Prakash and will be live streamed through DTH and All India Radio website allindiaradio.government.in. It will also be available through the All India Radio mobile app for Windows, Android and iPhone users. India will hope a morale-boosting fifth ODI win gives them the momentum to begin the T20 series against Australia with a win in the first T20 in Adelaide on Tuesday.
Well, this is the day where we're celebrating history, and let's get you into the past and see what made news on this day.
On Jan 26, 1950, the Constitution of India came into force and formed a republic. Dr. Rajendra Prasad took the oath of office as the first president of India. Dr. Prasad was a key campaigner in the nationalist movement. It was on 26 January 1565, the Battle of Talikota was fought between Vijayanagar Kingdom and Sultanates of Deccan. The Vijayanagar Kingdom was defeated in the battle. It was on this day in 1930, Indian National Congress declared 26 January as Independence Day or as the day for Purna Swaraj or complete independence. 17 years later, India got independence. On this day in 2004, Afghan President Hamid Karzai signed the new constitution of Afghanistan.
India's largest flag stands tall in Jharkhand's capital, Ranchi. Union Defence Minister Manohar Parrikar hoisted this special flag, and in this report, we'll tell you how this event was the result of dedication and efforts of several people.
This is the country's largest flag, and it is hoisted atop a hill temple in Ranchi. Symbol of nation's pride and prestige, the tricolour will wave like this here forever. Behind this historical achievement lies the hard work and perseverance of several people, including the engineers of Mekon.
ये इतना बड़ा अचीवमेंट मेरी टीम ने मुझे दिया है कि मैं बयान करने में थोड़ा सा असफल हो रहा हूँ। बहुत भावुक क्षण है।
Along with the temple management, the district administration and the locals also show deep interest in the task, and the remarkable result is for all to see. The flag is 99 feet long and 66 feet wide and is hoisted on a 293 feet tall pole. It weighs 60 kgs. Earlier, the record of hoisting the tallest flag at 250 feet was made in Faridabad. People in Ranchi are overjoyed with this achievement. Inspired by nationalism, school children presented colourful programs on the occasion. Along with children, people from all age groups appeared excited about the event.
ये हमारे लिए बहुत गौरव की बात है कि हम इतने बड़े उत्सव के भागीदार बने हैं। बहुत खुश हो रहे हैं हम यहाँ पे आकर, बहुत मज़ा भी आ रहा है, बहुत अच्छा लग रहा है यहाँ पे।
मुझे ये बहुत अच्छा लग रहा है कि मुझे ये अपॉर्चुनिटी मिला है कि सबसे बड़ा झंडा को मैं देख पाऊँ, और ये स्कूल को भी मैं थैंक यू बोलना चाहती हूँ कि मैं इसमें पढ़ी और यहाँ पे मैं ये झंडा देख सकी।
What is special about this Lord Shiva temple is that the national flag is hoisted here on 15th August and 26th January before anywhere else. This tradition has been followed since 1947 and will continue forever. Divakar Kumar's report, Ranchi, DD News.
And after that, let's take a look at how the weather will remain in your city today. Well, that's all that we have in today's breakfast show. And up next, you can watch the live Republic Day celebrations, the absolutely fantastic and grand celebrations at the 56th.
When we leave you with the glimpses of the efforts which have been put in by Doordarshan to ensure that this extravaganza is, and to show you how successfully we'll telecast this extravaganza. Take a look. Bye-bye. Have a great day.
ब्रेकफास्ट न्यूज was brought to you by Bajaj Platina, दुनिया का माइलेज चैंपियन।